Don't cry for me, Argentina, because nobody likes a whiner. So, it's Saturday where you are, so you know what that means. It is What's in the Journal Day. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay. Now this, I will not make fun of this. Coach Dave Caslow and the late Richard Kondo inducted into the PO Wrestling Hall of Fame. And there's a picture of Coach Caslow, who is known throughout the world as Coach. We are very original with our nicknames around here. But now, the PO Wrestling Hall of Fame, I mean, it's not that big of a deal to be in the, a school's Hall of Fame, but still, he deserved the recognition. And I'm pretty sure, like last year or something, I saw where I think they put him into like the State Hall of Fame, or maybe it was the Mountain District Hall of Fame. I think it was State though, but Dave Caslow, he actually came here when I was in 10th grade. He was my 10th grade world culture teacher. That's a civics thing. He came in a couple of weeks into the year because the teacher who was doing it had cancer, and he went on medical leave, but I think they all knew he was never coming back, and he was the wrestling coach at the time, so it was pretty much they didn't just replace a teacher, they hired a new wrestling coach. So then he was down there and one of his big claims to fame is the guy saved a lot of money on gas because he used to run to school every day, which is about a 5-mile trip. And you'd see him running all around here, But yeah, he's just like a really good guy. And after he retired, now he's been big into local history. And he even gives talks on it and stuff. But yeah, so I'm not making any fun out of Kaz. I'm sure we'll find other things in here I can make fun of. Let's see, we got... let me check first to see which school they're talking about here, to see if I care. But we got two. It says a double grand Colino and Terracorda both hit 1,000 points on senior night. West Branch, big deal. Down here, here's says end of an era, Hotstell legend Eddie George gone at 91. Now, I don't know what the paper heard, but I'm pretty sure he's not gone. I think he died. But he owned the Ford garage up there for, who knows, probably over 50 years if he was 91. Maybe 60 years. And I know, I think he was partners with his brother, Bud George. But Bud for years was our local state representative. So really, it was this brother that ran the place up there. Now I think the last few years, I think it's his son's been running it. Yeah. Let's see. We have another page. There's a couple of pages where they're talking all about Coach Caslow. I'm sure anybody who gets the paper, it'd be an interesting read. Looks like they're probably doing a full biography of them. Okay, what do we got coming up here? Got the obituaries. We have a Paula Roskiola, born in 1966. She was from Houtsdale. A James Leroy Mulholland, born in 35. He was from Coalport. There's the police report. Let's see how many times the cops were called into Morrisdale this week. Okay. And, you know, I don't really need glasses. I just do this for the effect. Bum, bum, bum. We got Feigart to turn off the camera. Petersburg Clearfield was called to 3rd Street, Woodward Township, property for theft in progress, as the owner had surveillance footage of the suspects upon arrival. John Varner, 36 of Houtsdale, and Kyler Feigart, 32 of Osceola, you know, a lot of badasses down there, were found to be in possession of various stolen items taken from the property, including hand tools, a craftsman drill, copper wire, and miscellaneous fireworks. Both males were charged with theft and criminal trespass. Then we have distracted driving. Nicole Beveridge, 31 of Morrisdale, was traveling north in a Chevy Traverse. Oh, hey, gotta tell you, Morrisdale. On the Morrisdale Allport Highway, became distracted, failed to observe John Hess III, 19 of Grassflat, stopped in a Suzuki in the travel lane, attempting to turn west onto Wallaston Road from the northbound lane. As a result, Beveridge rear-ended Hess. As a result of the crash, both vehicles obtained disabling damage. A passenger in Hess's vehicle was transported for minor injury. Beveridge as cited as a result of the crash. Okay, just so you know, I don't make fun of the paper for my own reasons. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. I'll hold it still for a second. But it says, Beveridge as cited as a result of the crash. Gerald Barnett, 61 of Osceola Mills. Oh, this is called, the headline for this one is True Low Life. You know, you got to admire how classy this paper is. You know, let's go back again. Gerald Burnett, 61 of Osceola Mills, had legally parked his Chevy Colorado in the True Value parking lot, was inside the store. By the way, Gerald Barnett, 61 of Osceola Mills, is the local fire chief. An unknown vehicle backed into the front of his truck and struck it at the 11 o'clock position. The unknown vehicle then fled the area in an unknown direction. The Colorado sustained functional front-end damage. Anyone with information is asked to call the police. Domestic violence. Now, I'm not reading ahead, but what do you think the chances are this is going to be another Morrisdale story? Troopers responded to a report of domestic violence between a 43-year-old, now this is disappointing, Osceola mother and her 15-year-old daughter. Upon arrival, bodily injury was observed to the juvenile victim. The accused was taken into custody and was charged with simple assault and harassment. A 43-year-old mother beat up her 15-year-old daughter. Now, we don't have any details on that, but I'm just going to opine, as we say in the biz. Little bitch probably had it coming. I'm kidding. I do not believe in parents doing damage to their children. Drained battery. Okay, folks. I'm not going to Google it. I'll leave it up to you. Let's see, do you see it down there? Drained battery. Am I right or am I wrong? Drained should have an I in it. Oh, wait, I bet I know where this is going. There's a suburb of Osceola called Drain Highway. Oh my God. How much you want to bet this is going to be what it is? This is going to have to do with somebody's car battery out on Drain Highway. See, now, if that's true, I don't know what's worse. That they purposely spelled it without the I as a pun, or if it's not a Drain Highway story and they just misspelled it. Drain battery. Matthew Johnson Jr., 23 of Osceola, was traveling south on Drain Highway, Boggs Township, when his Subaru Outback had suspected vehicle failure. When, I don't mean to leave you in suspense, but that was the end of that page. Continued on page 5. This occurred. Johnson lost control of his vehicle, which traveled off the right side of Drain Highway, and struck at tree. I'm not going to bother showing it to you every time, but I swear to God, this is what it said. Traveled off the right side of Drain Highway and struck at tree. Johnson was not injured during the crash. Let me just put this out there. If anybody happens to work for the Phillipsburg Journal, I am willing to edit for you a bit. You know, if you send me this stuff, I'll look them over and fix these little problems, and I'm sure we can come up with a very reasonable fee. And yeah, I mean, unless you want to keep looking stupid. Let's see, what was that anyway? He traveled off the Drain Highway, and that struck at tree. Johnson was not injured during the crash. Are they? Okay, he was not injured. They say during the crash. Are they maybe hinting that he was injured after the crash? Here's what we need to know. Is Johnson by any chance a person of color, as we say today? Did the cops come and beat the crap out of him because he hurt the tree? Maybe it was a tree surgeon. He was not injured during the crash, but they say nothing else about it. I find this suspicious, and I think you're with me on this, aren't you? Okay. Next, vaping high schooler. Now let me just say this about that. If you vape, how do I say this politely? You're an idiot. Somebody convinced you it's safer than smoking. And I don't know, maybe it is, except for the fact that every once in a while you hear about these things blowing up in someone's face or something. But anyway, safer does not mean safe. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll bet if you think about it in your life, you could find a pair of people and you'll say things like, well, you know, Mike is smarter than Sam, except Mike is still an idiot. You know, smarter does not mean smart. Safer does not mean safe. And that's our editorial for today. Anyway, vaping high schooler, West Branch School found a 17-year-old boy in possession of a THC vape and a tobacco vape. Charges are pending. Loser, spelled Loozer. And again, I'm not going to assume that this is some kind of bad misspelling because, you know, we're going to come down in here somewhere and find out that somebody's name is Loser or Loosier or something, or there'll be some reason for this. Again, professional journalism in 2024, people. PSP Rockview was notified of a retail theft of a pair of sunglasses and a headlamp flashlight at the Phillipsburg Nittany Mini Mart located on Front Street in Phillipsburg Borough. The investigation involving 37-year-old Cody Luzier fled the scene. Oh no, whoop, I skipped down. Cody Luzier of Brisbane is ongoing. Was not focused. Somebody hit a Ford Focus. Come on, please. Stop. It's enough already. They hit a Ford Focus that was parked legally on East Maple Street in Phillipsburg near 2nd Street and fled the scene in an unknown direction. That seems to be the cop watch for the week. Down here we have happenings. We got Hope Memorial in Phillipsburg is having a book sale. We have the Sandy Ridge Fire Company is having a roast beef dinner Sunday, February 1st. Okay, I have confirmed it. Today, as I read this, is February 9th. And you'll be glad to know that the Sandy Ridge Fire Company will be having a roast beef dinner last Sunday. I believe, now, please, if this isn't true, I'm sorry, this is the information I got. But if you see a fireman, I believe they are now selling the tickets to the roast beef dinner half price. Which is good because apparently it costs $12 for an adult and $6 for children. And if you were able to go back to last Sunday, you would have gotten roast beef, mashed potatoes, gravy, a side roll, and dessert. St. Severin fish dinners. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I went out there. I think they have some good fish. They're going to be every Friday during Lent. It says no dinners. Okay. We must take a deep dive into the St. Severin's fish dinner because it is called, it says St. Severin Fish Dinners. St. Severin Church, Drifting, every Friday during Lent. No dinners. Okay. I got you now. No dinners, Good Friday. It'll be from 4 to 6 in Houtsdale. And we have Knights of Columbus, Phillipsburg Council, pancake and sausage breakfast with scrambled eggs. A Sunday, February 18th from 8 to 12 at the, I skipped down. Oh no, that's it, right? Okay, these are the St. Severin fish dinners. Let's make sure I finish that up. That is all those Fridays. And the rest of them are 15 for an adult and 9 for old people and kids. Now on the February 18th, the Knights of Columbus Phillipsburg Council pancake and sausage breakfast with scrambled eggs. And they didn't. Again, I missed something, but oh, that's what it is. I'm trying to see. They don't say what they. Am I talking out loud still? Next, full page ad for the Phillipsburg Journal's Super Bowl contest. They have, your basic grid where you'd pick a square and then later they put in the numbers. And what they did was they did one of those grids, but all the squares have little advertisements in them. So I guess if you pick, hometown market and that score comes out, you win, let's see, $800 million. Oh, wait, no, that was something else. This is you can win up to $125 in gift certificates. The official, okay, again, I am not a professional journalist, so maybe I'm wrong about this sort of thing, but the official Phillipsburg Journal Super Bowl 58 contest, the official, I'm repeating this for a reason, the official contest grid is for references purposes only. So it's the official contest, but, not really. If the cops ask, it was just for reference. Okay, and then it will determine which advertiser's gift certificate will be awarded based on the exact score. And for a double digit, team numbers and advertisers have been randomly placed in. No more contest entries are permitted. So I guess apparently they must have. It says no more are permitted, but then it says the deadline is today. So I don't know. Here we have a famous reader writes. Let's see. Oh, it's from Coach Caslow. My heart was overwhelmed by the outpouring of love toward me at a recent wrestling match. When I accepted my teaching coaching position in PO community, I did not know a single person here. Presently, I have countless treasured relationships. See, I'm just giving you bullet points here. The Charles Goldthorpe Wrestling Room, which Charles Goldthorpe was the guy that he replaced, was financed by local fundraising projects. Would have been impossible in most other communities. The character quality of PO wrestlers, parents, assistant coaches, the enthusiasm of our wrestling fans is absolutely unmatchable. I shall always consider myself a very blessed man. God provided me with a great opportunity and surrounded me with amazing people. Most importantly, He gifted me with a lady named Grace who made it possible for me to live a dream. It's only right that I share my honors with all of you. We've experienced both joys and disappointment together. But this has truly been a wonderful life. It happened because many wonderful people have made it that way. And I'm sure he just didn't want to embarrass anybody by singling me out. There's a, let's see. What's on this page? Looks like wrestling results. If you want the blow-by-blow results of any kind of sporting matches, Google them. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. That is not what the Muckster News is here for. Okay. We have, here we got some local standout athletes commit to next level of play. Let's see what we got. Nick Johnson's going to play football at Grove City. Madeline Bainey is playing golf at Juniata. And then there's a picture of 4 women down below that picture, and I have no idea what they are supposed to be. Here's Memory Lane. A picture from 1890 of a dapper gent. The image indicates there's once they'd all been, I don't know. I'm bored with the paper. We've been reading it too long. It's going on a half an hour. I don't know why you people do this to me. But that is this week's Phillipsburg Journal. All the news that they can manage to dredge up in this dreary town. I always like a lot of times when I'm reading some of these, and there'll be things like, somebody stole a bicycle. And I like to think that maybe some of my viewers are living in places like New York City, and they're going, that made the paper? But yes, folks, that is us. That is central Pennsylvania, the land where I like to remind some of you, even we liberals own guns. Peace out.